Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in this video, I wanted to recap the earnings call yesterday of T-Mobile's and then kind of further give you my opinion and take on the quarter, the outcome, and what direction T-Mobile is heading in. So as you see by the title from Barone's, T-Mobile's latest beat and raise quarter has bears throwing in the towel. So I'll just read off a brief article, a paragraph of the article, and then I'll give you guys my take, and we'll talk about where I think they're headed here in the short term. Actually, for the second quarter in a row, T-Mobile US has topped Wall Street consensus estimates for sales, profits, and subscriber growth. Its second quarter results garnered praise from analysts on Friday and upgraded to buy and a fewer higher price targets. So again, analysts were impressed by the quarter. They're signaling buy for the stock. Although the stock did drop over the last several days, it looks like later on in the week, coming up next week actually, it looks like it's headed for higher numbers. Now, why was this quarter so interesting? And the quarter may have not turned out to your liking. For most, it comes down to that AT&T actually outgrew T-Mobile on the postpaid side. That has never happened. In the last decade during LTE, that was never the case until this quarter. In this quarter, Q2 that just passed, AT&T outgrew T-Mobile by about, I would say, 180,000 postpaid subscribers, roughly. If I had to put a number on it, maybe a bit less. But that's just a ballpark range. I'm just estimating here. But they did outgrow T-Mobile nonetheless in the quarter. Now, what does that mean for T-Mobile? T-Mobile kind of took a different approach on this quarter. So if they beat the competition, they'll let you know about it in the quarter. They'll say best ever growth. Or better growth than the competition. If they don't outgrow the competition, then they'll say this is the best ever quarter that we had. So that's kind of the language that they used in yesterday's earnings call, that they had. This is their best quarter year over year that T-Mobile has ever had. Not really pointing out against the competition. The financials really were the big part, and they really grew the financials. They were very strong on the financial side for T-Mobile. How did they do it? They said it was fueled by postpaid account growth. So that means they're adding additional things to the account: watches, tablets, more phones, home internet. All of that is being added to the account, and then it increases the ARPA, average price per account. I believe T-Mobile's is at like 133, if I remember correctly. I just checked it out yesterday, so I'm not up to date on it, but that's what I remember. I don't know if I'm 100% correct, but I'll definitely check that out later on. So again, I think T-Mobile is heading in a different direction, and what I mean by that is the postpaid market in the urban environment is clearly saturated. Clearly is. There's not much more to pull from in that area. And if you do pull, you have to spend very heavy to pull more customers in the urban and even in the suburban environment, because now everybody's competing. Verizon is offering something. AT&T is clearly offering something big on promotion side. And now T-Mobile as well. They have to push to get ahead on in terms of growing their base. Now, what are they doing? During the earnings call, they stated that they activated 1/3 of their activations came in the rural environment. That means they're looking to grow that. So that means as the network expands, the stores expand, they can grow in that part of the United States. They had no share in that area, so that's their upside. So that's where they're going to shift their focus towards. I truly believe that. So in Q3, Q4, and even going into next year, their growth may not be so spectacular because it's going to take them some time to gain traction in those areas, especially on the networking side. They need to grow the network to really flourish and grow in the rural environment and really go from the low teens, the 8-9 percentile mark on market share, to the 20% that they want to get to over 5 years. So that's going to take them some time, as well as growing the home internet, the fixed wireless space. They want to get to 500,000 by the end of the year. If I think I said this in yesterday's video, if I had to take a guess, and they want to get there by year's end, and we're already 3 to 4 weeks into Q3, they have to be at a number between 200,000 to 300,000 added already for them to hit 500K by the end of the year. So be expecting, and this is a scoop that I gave last night, but in Q3 and Q4, their marketing is going to go completely bananas. There's going to be new commercials. There's going to be targeted marketing for home internet. Everything is going to be a big thing going forward for them. They're going to make home internet more big for the brand. They didn't really do that in Q1 and Q2. You didn't hear much about home internet, although they launched it officially. They didn't really talk about that or market it much. You got maybe a couple of emails were sent out, and some flyers were sent out in the mail. That was about it. They did not back it by a national marketing brand, and that's going to change in Q3 and Q4. I can tell you guys that with confidence. So that's what they're going to target. They're going to target rural, in my opinion, the rural market, and then they're going to target the fixed wireless, the cable guys. They already stated that they're ranked higher than them, which is not hard to do. The cable guys really haven't focused on upgrading its network to an extent where you could say, hey, it's significantly better. T-Mobile can easily go in there and offer 200 megabits a second, no problem, where before that customer with HughesNet or any of the other companies may have been getting 25 or even less with an insane latency. So that's what I think their focus is going to shift towards, and that change in strategy, of course, is going to be required for you to market it as heavy as you possibly can. So be looking forward to a lot of investments going into that, and just everything else on the earnings call. I think the commentary about Dish was very bad in terms of them saying it was just a merger remedy. So they're pretty much admitting that they just needed Dish to get the merger approved. Other than that, they don't feel the merger would have got approved. So that's pretty much what they're alluding to. The fact that he said that, hey, we'll have more capacity available. I thought that the capacity wasn't an issue with the new spectrum, but now, I mean, of course, there's more spectrum available now, but they're definitely they'll definitely change their strategy going forward. They'll still compete in the urban setting, of course. N41 is going to be deployed in those markets because that's where they have the most share as it stands now. But I feel that growth is mature in their brand. They know it too. So now they're going to look at other streams of revenue to increase the financials. Free lines are likely not going to happen anymore. That's done. They're going to look at adding more smartwatches, more tablets. Home internet is going to be a big deal. And even something as small as upgrading you to the premium scam shield, that's also money. That's more money that they'll make there too. So they're going to look at offering those services to maximize their profits, their revenue, and everything. And of course, migrating the Sprint customer to the T-Mobile billing system is also going to be a big priority. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. I just wanted to make this video briefly to give you guys a recap. I think the quarter was good, but I think it's going to be a while before we see them really get better and grow bigger in terms of the growth that we're used to seeing from them. But I think they're going to start focusing, as I mentioned, on other segments, rural, home internet, and then add-ons. They're going to look at increasing the ARPA of the account to really showcase that their strength and that the financials and profits are getting better, and in return it's going to satisfy and please the investors. So again, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have been on the channel or you're new to the channel and you have not yet liked, share, subscribe, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. Thanks again for watching. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.